Alright everybody, we're back with another AOT Spotlight deck profile, this time on Bertolt Hoover, who turns into the Colossal Titan. Um, this guy was super duper crazy, but now he's just kinda good. Um, he has a once per turn on that response, still being able to be a 7-hander on your attack turns, which are really good. You can even on turn 2, you're an 8-hander. You can pitch something to draw something better. So our game plan is just to get as much momentum as possible and use momentum-based effects to swarm our opponent. So let's go ahead and get it sorted, and then we'll start going into the attacks. We got 3 copies of Wish Hard. It's a 3 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low 4. Blitz. If our rival has 6 or more ready foundations, this attack gets stun 2. Really good, since our character doesn't put speed on anything. And then remove after you discard this card during the combat phase, which you do play some effects. Um, Draw a card. So it gives us some good cycling. Also on our backside, it is a 2 low 7 stun 3, which isn't nothing to scoff at. 3 copies of Besiege. This card is going to be everywhere in Spotlight. It is basically says you have to hold a foundation or a really crappy attack with a bad block mod. Deadlock Blitz plus 4 damage, and it's usually end of string stuff where people are holding better block mods to block stuff later. And this is some of our momentum dump. Blitz, Rallied Assault, 4 difficulty, 2 check, 4 high 4. Spend a momentum. If you did, remove all other cards from all players' card pools. This attack gets +1/+1 damage for each card removed this way. So, we like to build up some momentum, go deep, play this, clear everyone's pools, and do it again. All a soldier can do, it's card draw. It's a 5 difficulty, 3 check, 4 low for 5. Blitz, if you have at least momentum, draw a card. So it allows us to cycle through our deck. Falling Debris, this is one of those great +X+X, X equals momentum cards. It's a 5 difficulty, 3 check, 4 high for 6. Blitz, this attack gets +X speed and X damage. X equals your momentum. Yeah. So, and then it has a great Deadlock Blitz. We play this all the time if they're in Deadlock. Add the top 2 cards of your deck to your momentum. And then we Blitz to get more. It's great. Even its base stats are super good. At a 4 high for 6, that's really good. That's a really good return. 2 copies of Swarm by Titans. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 5 high 5. Blitz, your next check this turn gets +X. X equals your momentum +1. So it's always going to get +1 no matter what. So, it's exponentially good. You want to make sure you're just going to be able to pay this off. So really what we were going to do is we play this, and then we play Rallied Assault, and then it's basically free. That's the goal. So we got 2 copies of Determined Advance, 6 difficulty, 3 check, 6 mid 6. The reason why we play this card is it adds the top card of our deck to momentum, has EX3, and it can't be reduced below its printed speed or damage, which allows us for like a late game kind of bomb. Because our character puts 3 damage, stun 1, we have EX3, and then our opponent has to deal with a massive attack that they can't reduce below 6 speed or 6 damage. And as always, every Spotlight deck should be playing 1 to 3 of these, I assume. All my version 1s have 1 in main, 1 in board. But it's vertical maneuvering equipment. We have momentum to spend, and it should help us kill our opponent. This 2 copies of Surprising Strength actually may go to a 3rd copy. Enhanced, this attack gains powerful 2 or EX2. We're gonna have a lot of momentum. We think. This allows us to use it, and we get it back, and it clears the card pool to be added to your momentum. Now to Foundations, Scream, Primitive Desire. Worst thing is they're mids. I really wish they would have made one of these lows. They would have made at least something. One of these lows would have been great. 4 copies of Horrifying Realization. We play this to cycle our cards. We also get to do the same thing on our front side. So Wish Hard and Feral Shriek actually are really good in this deck because we're able to draw 2 off of 1 discard. Differing Perspectives. Commit. We need damage. We need low blocks is what it is. So And also, if we have no cards in hand, so let's say that we really swung in deep, we have like one block, we block, this is a commit -2 damage, so it's not terrible. Pull from danger, it's a 1/4 with a flip. Hey, we get -3 damage. The deadlock enhance is okay, but we have stun on our face. I don't know if it's really going to come relevant. Our goal is to kill our opponent before this happens. Quiet Contemplation, commit, -2 speed if it's a weapon, which is everywhere, -3 speed. Rash Decisions, if we want to sacrifice foundations to get extra damage, clean up our face downs, be able to build better things to stay out of deadlock. Breach the perimeter. We're gonna have a lot of momentum, hopefully. So this gives us a nice speed. Even if we can get 3 speed for a commit, very good. If we get 2, not too bad. So we're looking for 3 to 4 to 5. 5 is probably never gonna happen, but 3 is probably gonna happen quite a bit. 1 copy of Change of Plans, which probably could go to a 2x. It's a 2/5 unique. Start of your end phase. If your rivals block 2 or more attacks this turn, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So they block our first one, we sweep that to momentum, we play another one, and then let's say we build out, and then they will be able to use this. Add the top card deck to your momentum. Plus deadlock form once per turn, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. We love momentum. Chaos gets all the momentum now. I'm still in the belief that Spotlight's going to be more DR partial blocking than actual full blocking. So this allows us to save some of our health as every turn -2 damage. Titan Pursuit, flip after your attack is completely blocked, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So on our first attack, and we have this out, we get to sweep. And then the next one, if they completely block it again, we get to get a momentum. Yeah, it's not we're not clearing our pool, but yeah, it works out. 3 copies of Feral Shriek. We could discard this with our front side, with differing perspectives to be able to draw extra cards during the combat phase. Also, if our hand is empty, we get to discard a card and draw a card. So also, if we have like a Wish Hard or Feral Shriek in our hand, we can discard it and then draw 2 cards because it's with the bottom response if we had to build one because it's still during the combat phase. Funeral Pyres, remove the top 3 cards of our deck. An attack gets -2 damage, which kind of helps out with this -4 damage, which is really good. And then if we use this, -3 more damage, so we're able to use it and kind of save our health. The Guilt of Bertolt Hoover, 2/4 unique, spend a momentum, this attack gets 3 speed. So we're going to have a lot of momentum. It basically gives us EX3. Also, response flip, after your rival plays an ability that would cause you to spend momentum, cancel it. So it saves our momentum for later. And then we got 2 more copies of Armored Skin once per turn, spend a momentum. This attack gets X damage, X equals its check value. So we could be looking at -4s for the 4 checks, and then -3s, 2s, and 1. I don't think there's any 1s in AOT Spotlight. So 3s and 2s for the rest of them. Which kind of helps us out with Funeral Pyres and Titan's Pursuit. And let's say we happen to have no cards in hand, so we're able to finagle the damage reduction package around. So we're able to live longer. So like a defensive trick is if we have surprising strength in hand, we can give our rival's attack EX2, get a momentum, then spend it to give it -4 damage, because if we weren't going to block it, it doesn't matter how fast it is. Now going into the sideboard, we got 3 last second dodge, -2 speed, throw hate, another vertical, another chains of plans, another guilt, a squad mate's betrayal. It's a 6 check with -3 damage, and then if we're going against a really heavy DR deck, we can play this because the bottom ability, sacrifice after your rival plays an ability that would reduce the damage of an attack, cancel it. So we're able to do that. Also, it gives us damage. We can discard cards like Feral Shriek, Wish Hard, just anything that has a good block mod, if we didn't need to just straight up draw cards, to get extra damage. So we're looking at 66 cards. It's a little fat. I'd probably like to trim 2 of it 2 cards off of that. 20, 43, 1, 2, 22, 29, and 15. So that's it, guys, for the Bertolt Hoover Spotlight deck. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. And until the next time, take care.